That's why I said that.
The tank story.
Well, this is
No, carry on, dearie.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff down there, so.
Splendid.
I remember when I was younger, I was scared of this part because it's the trench experience, so it's like a recreation.
Let me
of
guess,
trenches.
gunfire, explosions,
Yes.
grenades,
Exactly.
etc. Also, I was just saying that to Lily, saying, I didn't know you were identified as a tank.
Train.
The what?
The itty bitty train.
The train?
The train, I mean
The tank, yeah.
the
Tonk. I think I've heard of Little Willie. Little Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. They got it on the turntable.
I love that it stinks of old stuff.
Yes, old machinery. $1915.
Oh my god, it's an elf.
What's he doing there?
The engine excavator constructed an experimental machine later to be known as Little Willie. I want to see it perform. Willie suffered from certain technical shortcomings, chiefly connected with the tracks. The machine failed to comply with the test to which it was put, and it was arranged that a report should be put about, but the whole idea would be dropped.
Major Ernest Swinton's report on Little Willie's disappointing first run. Yet the story does not end there. Swinton reveals how he was next taken to a nearby building and shown the real secret. Here, behind tightly closed doors, a full-size wooden mock-up of a much larger tracked vehicle known as Mother.
It took me some minutes to size the thing up at such close range. Its most striking features were its curious lozenge shape, its upturned nose, and the fact that its caterpillar tracks were led right round the hull instead of being...
The what?
It's called the Flying Scotsman.
Really? Huh. Doesn't look very fast to me.
I don't like the dummies. Got different buttons you can press.
So the machine's dead.
I'm Lieutenant Algernon
I
Brown,
didn't press it hard enough.
the commander of this jolly old bus. When we go into action, there are 8 of us in here, so it gets pretty crowded. But we all have a job to do. Mine is the humble task of steering. You see, the designers couldn't put all the controls in front of one man. And so while the driver can make a stop and go, he can't steer. And the brake levers, which steer the tank, take a lot of effort to work, so it keeps me pretty busy. I have to be on the lookout all the time, either through these little loopholes or the periscope. I've got to make sure we're going the right direction, direct the gunners onto their targets, and if the ground gets really bad, I even have to get out and walk in front and guide the driver. This can be very dangerous work. Not only does the enemy aim every gun they've got at us, but I've even known some chaps get run over by their own tanks. You've only got to slip, you know.
shot, I think.
Yeah, it's around.
Armor 6mm. One. Four. Oh yeah, they have tanks from different countries. It's not just the United Kingdom.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine there'd be some Yanks among us.
Pretty much, it's the tanks that like the British have stolen, pretty much.
Well, yeah, I remember during the war effort, a load of American stuff was imported. Stand next to that. How small you are, well, how small it is compared to you.
I think it's very comfortable.
Is that?
See, they're
Yeah.
touching the things.
No, that's proper metal, isn't it?
Anywhere to say that you can't touch it, because it's not like you're gonna break a tank.
Well, it's just raw iron and steel, isn't it? Yeah. Designed to be bulletproof.
You're not allowed to get inside the tank.
Well, no, because they don't want you meddling around with the controls and stuff.
I'm pretty sure there is one tank that you can go inside though. I don't remember.
No.
Nazi. German tank crew.
Looks like the gun that we were playing with in that one.
Well,
And
yeah,
that-
we were playing.
It was a German
that-
shooting range, wasn't it? Yeah. Throw stuff on. It's nice how they actually let you try it on and not just have it, locked in a glass cabinet like the others.
Yeah, no, you're allowed to try it on. But... Talk.
Which way are we going?
You don't have to follow them. It's just... You're gonna get shot at.
That is a hinging gearbox right there. Look at that.
There's another German one there.
I wouldn't really call that hidden, would I? It's a very, very, obvious
It's more
tent.
conspicuous than an actual tank. puppy. You look inside. Where is actually thank you?
Yeah. He's just a bit shy.
Yeah. What's that? Old tank smell. The pixie suit.
Ooh. Chieftain.
Our shoulder just simply bouncing off it. Because you're all squatting on fire and I took your shoulder just bouncing away.
The German Tiger tank was the most notorious and most feared tank of the Second World War. But in early 1943, one was captured by the Allies.
The
Our
Panzer.
Tiger is that very tank. It was the first to be examined for strengths and weaknesses. It was used to make this film to teach troops how to spot a target from afar. The difference between life and death. The Tiger tank, it's one of the powers and how it's ultimately defeated.
Wait. Okay, we don't mind.
What's she doing up there then? machine this is.
There's like this book that you can get, but we didn't get one because we're not a child, where you can get stamps of each thing, and you put your book in there, and you stamp it down, and it like pushes into the thing. Yeah, I've done it before. Give up, we didn't get one.
Conflicts such as Ukraine, we can still see the tank as a factor on the battlefield. Changes in tactics or the addition of new technology to help the vehicles has kept them in service and kept them relevant. In some conflicts, the presence of tanks, however old, may tip the balance, especially if there's no anti-tank weapons available to defeat them. At the end of the Cold War, the number of countries building new tanks diminished. It seemed cheaper to upgrade older tanks with new equipment and technology. In Britain, the Challenger 2 tank has been upgraded with a new gun and defensive systems to help preserve it in combat until the next generation of vehicles is developed. Because of recent counterinsurgency conflicts, new lighter armoured vehicles were considered as the way forward for the British Army. This can be seen in the conflicts in Afghanistan and Iraq, where vehicles such as Scimitar 2 and Mastiff was used. These vehicles, purchased under the Urgent Operational Requirements Programme, show particular design features for the type of warfare they face, such as V-shaped hulls to protect against mine blasts.
The trench experience. Probably sponsored then.
Yeah, there's a place where in here that you can play golf.
They're gonna either be that or War Thunder. Hello, Ivory, if you're watching this.
They do talk sometimes, but they're not doing it.
So much more quieter it is in here.
Huh?
Much more quieter in there, isn't it?
Yeah. There's normally stuff talking, but there's not. It's not much louder in it. So there's normally much louder in it.
All the animatronics and things going. Shell shock. The absolute size of this place. Oh, and there's another one.
There's a tank, he's scared. I'm going to my favourite spot at some point. If it's this way.
Is that the one that you mentioned you can go inside of?
Yes, it is. Hey, look, it's ringing.
Is it what?
The Battle of Cambrai began on November the 20th, 1917. It lasted for over 10 days. It is now 7:20 a.m. The tanks are going through the wire and crossing the trenches, which the Germans thought impregnable. British artillery fire is falling in front of our advancing tanks and on the Hindenburg support line. The German artillery is firing back at our troops. On the eve of the battle, Brigadier General Ellis, commanding the tank corps, said,
"Tomorrow the tank corps will have the chance for which it has been waiting. I leave the good name of the corps with great confidence in your hands. I propose leading the attack of the Centre Division."
You can see him in the leading tank, Hilda, flying the tank corps flag and approaching the Red Corps. This village marks the centre of a 6-mile front, on which over 350 tanks led 5 infantry divisions against the enemy defences. This was the first time that tanks were used in large numbers, and that the Royal Flying Corps used low-flying tactics to cooperate with advancing tanks. Complete surprise and initial success resulted from these revolutionary tactics. By about 9 a.m., the Hindenburg line had been overrun. The advance continued, but stubborn resistance was met in some places. Pesquières were captured, and in this attack, 16 out of 18 tanks were knocked out by German artillery fire.
I'm going to be able to fit.
Or I can go in there.
Even for a tank, I can barely get my fat bollocks inside. I reckon that must have been a headache after a while. I reckon this would have been a headache after a while having the engine that close to you. Good Lord.
it's a bit of a squeeze.
Yeah, I like my chances, I'm too fat for that. I know.
My favourite area because it's got horses.
What? It's got what? Oh, horses.
They haven't to talk.
What, they go nay, do they?
No, they don't. They see what's on there.
Huh.
So they're not saying anything at the moment.
It's called Freddy.
Yeah, they do actually talk, but I don't know why they don't. Yeah, for some reason they're not talking. They do talk. Very quiet because like nothing is working. Like they are meant to talk because you can see the speaker inside their face. Which is they're not for some reason.
Well, Bessie, I suppose this freezing spot is our new home. Belford State. It's very different to the comfortable one back in Australia. Full of warm straw and a proper roof. The journey on the ship over was bad enough. Rough seas and tied up for weeks. Now this awful place. But I'm here to help these soldiers as much as I can. They try hard to look after us, feed and treat us if we're injured.
What's going on?
What is this? Get me away from it! The ground is shaking under my hooves! Where's Captain Curtis? I can't find
These are
him.
the ones that
Get me away from this monster!
Oh, yeah.
Calm down, Jazz. Maybe inside of ours. So I don't hurt you. I've seen these tanks before, rumbling across no man's land. They're here to help. In fact, they're making it easier for you cavalry horses. Better protected against the machine guns, you see.
Do you like it? Do you want to try sitting on one?
Nah.
You crossed your balls.
Remembering clearly, or it hurts to think of him and all the others who didn't come back. I feel so lucky to still be here. Perhaps things will be different for you.
Because it will change in so much. It's not until a couple of soldiers that the day of us horses in the army may be over. Cavalry regiments are giving up their horses for tanks. The regiment might be next. I don't know what I'll do if the war comes. But whatever.
I imagine that's how you do it.
Oh, it's plain food. Do you want an onion? like a little kitchen set for my children.
I think my sister had one, but for some reason I like playing with it.
It's Christopher. The boys and I have arrived at Bovington camp for our special to arm training. Good, good. How was the journey? I wish we'd taken the car, not the motorbikes, honestly. We're all frozen to the marrow. We had to consume quite a bit of rum to unfreeze our fingers. And then when we arrived, one of the chaps skidded on some ice and ended up in a ditch.
Cat.
Cato.
Leave your home and be separated from your fathers and mothers. My sister, Margaret Rose,
Even during wartime conditions, Santa Claus still had the time to pop by without getting shot down somehow.
what is needed to be away from those we love most of all.
Yeah, this is what they had at the museum back in Welling. The banker! Yeah. I wonder if those boot prints are intentional.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are? Oh, yeah. How else would you know where the enemy were? How else would you know where the enemies are? The enemies in the attic!
Look at your hand and see if it's a mine.
That one's missing its tracks. That one's missing its tracks. One in front of you.
Money didn't. And we did now. Then we had one race, the Bovington race. We took a little ditch around where the tortoise would have to go down the ditch, and we put a row of bushes around. And then we circled by the fishing boat on the other side. Put down the trench and one of the bushes all through the legs up there. Went to sleep, but we were out of the sun.
Funny name for a tank, that one.
Well, in most cases we had a big road that we put on the side to take another step down there.
He describes going through Brussels as one of the best times of his life.
The experience was a wonderful experience of my life, a wonderful experience, going through Brussels. We were the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, starting at 2 o'clock today, the call will take this talk will last 60 days. It's time to go. This
What's that? That's a beefy looking thing. Such an unusual smell. You can smell the cafe, but then also old machinery mixed in between. It's like old oil and metal, with a hint of sausage rolls and cakes and whatnot. Good milk, yeah.
Ukrainian people rallied to defend their country, and the war has not gone the way Putin intended. This exhibition tells the story of the invasion. It's harrowing years since the end of the Second World War.
A lot of that gets outsourced, the making of. There's a lot goes on we don't even understand.